Hi friends, in this video I want to show you my game against strong chess player with rating only chess more than 2500, and I played this game in Sicilian Dragon Variation, and this is one of my favorite chess opponent. Okay, let me show you this game. So I was black and Sicilian defense and its main line of Sicilian Dragon, starting position of this chess opening. So let's go next for some future moves, and of course after castle queenside, which is one of the best continuation for white, we can see that it is Yugoslav attack. And then in this position we have some plans, but the main move is pawn to d5. Okay, its main theory, let me show you a bit faster. And also important moment that in this position after bishop e6, bishop f8 is a mistake for white. Yes, white won an exchange, but black has some strong ideas like bishop h6 now, and also some of attacking chances after rook b8, queen b4 and so on, and this position is so good for black. Okay, that's why after bishop e6, knight g4, it's the best move for white. Then rook e8, h4, knight f4, and queen f2. And in this position, white has some strong moves, like for example queen e1, queen d8, also possible g3. And let me show you master's database. Okay, let's go, and we can see that g3, queen e1, or queen d8 was the best moves. But queen f2, of course, also possible, but maybe not the main theory. And next one, queen a5, a3, h6, g3, knight d5, knight d6, and in this position rook b8, and then c4. And after c4 I decided to sacrifice my knight to prevent capture on d5, but of course I have some other ideas. For example, e4 was the best move in this position, and of course our idea is to take on b2 with the bishop or with the rook in some moment, maybe next move. And if bishop d4, then in this position knight c3. Knight c3 is the best move, and let me show you some forced variations. And of course white wants to checkmate on g7, that's why f6 to prevent queen g7, knight g4, queen h3. Of course this position is also very difficult, but we can see that black has an exchange, extra exchange, and of course this position is very good for black. But I decided to play more risky, knight c3, interesting sacrifice, and let me show you what we can see after b takes c3, which my opponent did not play in our game. Then of course we have queen c3 move, but rook b3 is the best move in this position. Bishop b4, queen a4, it's the main line by Stockfish. And then a5, bishop c5, take on c3, bishop c4, rook b8. Of course this move was not so easy to find, but of course it's main moves by Stockfish. And in this position after rook c3, let me show you queen c3. White has extra pawn, but of course very strong attack by black. And in practical game I think that black should win in 7 or even 8 games for 10. But instead of this, my opponent decided to play more solid, rook d2, then e4, similar to previous idea that I showed you 2 minutes ago, and then rook b3 and bishop d4. Bishop d4 was blundered by white. The best move is bishop h3, and then bishop d4. And why this move is blundered? Because of take on d4, and then rook a to b8. Rook a to b8 with strong ideas, and maybe in some moment I want to sacrifice on b2, on a3. Of course I want to attack white's king. And then let me show you some moves, and rook a3. I like this move so much. Knight b5, and then check, take on b5, c4, very important move, and then simply check, another check, another, yes, not check, but rook f1. Why rook f1? Because I want to play rook g8, but now this move is not possible because of queen on f6, that's why rook f1, my last sacrifice in this game. And let me show you how this game finished. So after some forced moves I won the bishop, and of course in this position my opponent can resign, but he decided to play a bit more moves. Of course queen dg may be not the best move, but it's also possible, and of course this position is completely winning for black. And after some moves I won queen on a1, and my opponent resigned. And interesting moment that I imported this game on chess.com because I want to find brilliant moves, and in this game I have 3 brilliant moves. So let me show you first brilliant move. It's pawn to e4. Next brilliant move is rook a3 sacrifice, and another brilliant move is rook f1, another rook sacrifice. Maybe this game not ideal, but also this game showed some typical ideas by black if we played Sicilian Dragon and Yugoslav attack. And accuracy is about 90%, which is so good in this sharp opening. So I hope that you like my game in Sicilian Dragon. Goodbye and see you next time.